All right, today's Beautiful Friday flow has to do with everything empowerment, feminism, fierceness, freeness. So, as always, if you're new to this, what I'm going to do is we're going to read our affirmations and then we're going to have a stream of consciousness flow, which is something that I do. It's like good feeling flow. And I make that just comes to me. Like what I'm going to do is read affirmations I've already written down, and then stream of consciousness is just that, like it's streaming from what I got to say about this topic. So, let's jump into this. I am powerful beyond what I've been taught to believe. Choosing rest when I need it is choosing revolution. I do not need to earn it. I deserve it. I carry the strength of the women before me. My softness does not make me weak, only more dangerous. I don't need permission to take up space. I protect my peace like it's sacred, because it is. My self-care is a political act. I rise even when I've been told to sit. I do not shrink to be digestible. I am still here, and that alone is power. I give myself what the world forgot to. That one felt so good. I'm going to say it again. I give myself what the world forgot to. I am made of rebellion and grace. The fire in me is not a flaw, it's a prophecy. I'm allowed to rest and still be a warrior. I do not beg for freedom, I live it. I set boundaries like a woman who knows her worth. My rage is sacred. My joy is sacred. I do not need to be palatable to be heard. I choose rest, not retreat. I choose boldness, not apology. I trust my gut. She's ancient and wise. I honor the fight without losing myself in it. I am not behind. I am blooming right on time. I can grieve and still lead. I am allowed to be both exhausted and unstoppable. I protect the little girl inside me by speaking up. My voice is rooted in truth, not volume, but it can be. I give myself grace, and then I get back up. I am reclaiming everything they said was too much. That one was so good, I'm going to say it again. I am reclaiming everything they said was too much. I am the wild they tried to tame. I lead from within. I don't wait for the system to validate my story. I am the author of my own revolution. I trust the knowing in my bones. I fight for joy, not just justice. I know when to push forward and when to pull inward. I embody my power with ease and intention. I am allowed to rest without guilt. I am not here to be understood. I am here to be free. I hold space for other women and still honor myself. I choose the kind of strength that heals, not hardens. I love loudly, I protect fiercely, and I rise unapologetically. I am allowed to change my mind and evolve. My body is not up for debate. My body is not up for debate. My worth is not earned, it is inherent. I do not perform, I embody. I walk with purpose, even when I'm unsure. I am enough, even when I'm still healing. I don't back down, I breathe, and then I keep going. I am a living reminder that power can be both wild and intentional. Those felt really good to say. Okay. Hear this beautiful little noise. Got my mala beads. I'm going to go into stream of consciousness with all of what I just said in my mind. We're going to see what comes through. Okay. Let me just take a deep breath here. I love the feeling of being bold. I love the feeling of knowing that even when I'm resting, it is to get my strength back to continue the fight. that is to be a completely whole person. I love the feeling of taking care of myself. I love the feeling of taking action. I love the feeling of flowing in between my masculine and my feminine energy, my yin and my yang, my ocean, my ogun, the sun, and the moon. I love the feeling of taking action as much as I love the feeling of nurturing myself, my spirit, my gut, my mind, my heart, my soul. I love the feeling of being bold. I love the feeling of standing up for others. I love the feeling of standing up for myself, even when it's scary. I love the feeling of being free. I love the feeling of giving into the curiosities of my spirit. I love the feeling of taking action to the curiosities of my spirit. I love the feeling of having the option to do whatever I want. I love the feeling of having options. I love the feeling of having the option to quit any interests or curiosities that I start. I'm allowed to change my mind. I love the feeling of changing my mind. I love the feeling of being free. I love the feeling of filling my cup before I pour into others. I love the feeling of my cup running over. I love the feeling of being full. I love the feeling of being whole. I love the feeling of taking action to take care of myself, my body, my mind, and my spirit. I love the feeling of listening to what my mental health needs each day. I love the feeling, and I honor the fact that it changes every day. I love the feeling of knowing that I am not a simple person, and that I am complex, and that is okay. And I am never going to be too much for the right person or the right people. I love the feeling of having big energy and daring to take up space in this world. I love the feeling of knowing that my ancestors have my back. I love the feeling of knowing that all of them want me to go further than I've ever gone before and further that they've gone. I love the feeling of knowing that I am going to go further. I am already gone further than many of my ancestors before me, whether that is through my bloodline or through the spirit that I hold in my body that was once in many, many, many other bodies. I love the feeling of taking action. I love the feeling of listening to spirit when I meditate. I love the feeling of listening to spirit when I'm walking barefoot on the earth. I love the feeling of connecting with the elements that most speak to me. I love the feeling of connecting with water. I love the feeling of connecting with the earth. I love the feeling of appreciating, respecting fire. I love the feeling of when wind helps me to inhale and exhale. I love the feeling of knowing that my guides and my teachers and my mentors have my back. I love the feeling of knowing that the universe has my back. I love the feeling of knowing that I'm lucky. I love the feeling of knowing that I also make my own luck by taking intentional action in this life. I love the feeling of knowing that even though I get stressed out, I get overwhelmed, it's okay, and that I know that I can take rest, and knowing that that rest is also fueling strength. I love the feeling of knowing I do not need to earn rest or earn respect, that it is deserved. I love the feeling of stepping up. I love the feeling of taking care of myself. I love the feeling of knowing that I can be strong to take care of others when it's necessary. I love the feeling of being able to take action from a healthy perspective when I'm healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. I love the feeling of knowing that my chakras are aligned. I love the feeling of knowing that my crown chakra is open and shooting up towards the universe, the open universe. I love the feeling of being aligned. I love the feeling of being able to take a deep breath in the morning. I love the feeling of waking up in a peaceful place. I love the feeling that my home is my sanctuary and my peaceful place, and if it is not, I make it so. I love the feeling of knowing that I've had the strength in the past to leave people, places, and surroundings that didn't deserve me and took me for granted, and knowing moving forward that I will do so if necessary. That felt like flow. I'm gonna finish this practice by putting my hands together, palms together at my forehead and my third chakra, third eye, whatever you'd like to say, by thanking source. Thanking source for everything in this life. I'm gonna move my thumbs to my lips, thanking my ancestors, my guides, my teachers, my mentors, that have had my back, that have guided me, that will continue to have my back and fiercely protect me. And then I'm going to move those hands to my chest, my heart. And I'm going to thank myself for getting myself to where I am right now in life and just in this moment, and taking a few minutes for myself. Okay, have a kick. kick ass day.